Alright, it's time to get the mercenaries and tackle perhaps a challenge or two. So, and I'm gonna do it as the Goblin King. So basically, they get more and more expensive as time passes, so I want to restart and immediately grab as well as I can. So we're going to abdicate. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to rush to the mercenaries. I have saved, since this reincarnation, I've not used a single excavation, and since some of my best abilities are based on the number of excavations I've done, yeah, it's actually kind of crippled me, ignoring all the excavations. For example, dwarves would be giving me a massive boost to everything if I had done a few. But I have a ridiculous number of gems now, and we are ready to do this thing. Oh, no, ow! Wrong button. Okay, fam, ka-thunk. Okay, we are now making a ridiculous amount of money. Are we up there with the money yet? No, we need to get at least a couple more zeros tacked on. That's fine. Not too hard for me to do. Okay, we now have enough money. The real trick is faction coins. And that's where all these excavations come in. Not a single artifact again. 400 more of them. I've been pouring these on. I did find this at one point. It doesn't do anything, but it's a thing. Okay. Mercenaries. Well, say something, game. I just did the mercenaries. What's this? Oath of the Mercenaries. While setting the Oath of the Mercenaries, you will be able to join mercenaries for the rest of your existence. Not even reincarnations will strip you of this right. You will be able to take any alignment and become a good, neutral, or evil mercenary, therefore determining your building set. And from there on, you'll be able to take any spell or ability from any other faction. Take any spell or ability from any faction? I mean, I have to ask, like, I just unlocked it. Why do I have to unlock another step? Is it also timed on the money on this one too? That's okay. I can conquer this as well. In fact, now that I did all the excavations at once, I have an absolutely insane level of capital, which I can spend on more excavations, which I can turn around and spend here. I can then run Goblin's Greed, take some added taxes, and buy all. Okay, there we go. You've permanently unlocked the mercenary faction. Where is it? I have to reset, don't I? I bet I have to reset. But I just spent all these excavations. Like, I just burned them all in one go. Like, this run is all set up to go insane. We'll have to reset in a second then. But at the very least, let's take a peek at the challenges, because we know we're going to want to hit one of these. The next goblin one is Goblin Elites are used to unimaginable wealth. They will only work for you after you bribe them generously and show them your worth. Buy over 250 upgrades. Let's see. You become a mercenary for the rest of your existence. Okay. But what I'm looking for is this. Okay, I've got 135. I need 250. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard, although they get progressively harder, so actually it is kind of difficult. And then I need 17,000 buildings. That's not so easily done. There are 11 different building types here, and each of those buildings is at about 1,000 right now, so that's only 10,000. To get 7,000 more would require me to get, oh geez, it would require me to get like 500 more in each category, more than that even. I can't complete that, but maybe with the help of the mercenary faction I could. Maybe. Let's hit this one more time. Scoop up whatever little bit we can. More gems. And then we will scooch on over and see what this faction can do for us. So I hit these two. They last for 20 seconds. And then I wait, letting mana regenerate. You've seen me do this a couple of times, but I may as well go over it. This one only lasts for 5 seconds. Each time I click, I get a free tax collection, but that's not really important because what I really want is to do tax collections when they're all running. And yeah, I just went up another step. And now I could do, hold on, that, which would open up that. Okay, we got to do at least one more because I can make those gems leap up a whole nother digit now. When I hit max, it tends to dump all the money in because they're exponentially more expensive than the ones before. I'm starting to think of if I can really mix and match, like my mind's starting to go places, like the Titans have some discounts on the Hall of Legends. And the elves. God, did the fairies have anything of value? How many picks do I get? Because there are definitely some abilities I would throw away. Like almost, pretty much every faction has some ability that's not all that great. And others that are just like, wow, that's incredible. I mean, I like the free tax collection, but it's not really that amazing. But, probably the Green Fingers discount is among the least interesting ones to me. Anyway, whatever. The Goblins are the best faction. They don't have a lot of wasted space. They're the best! That's why I'm their king! No, they're the best because I'm their king. Gotta get things right. Okay, final swing through this. Let's poke at the challenges again. If I were to do fairies, only farms, inns, and blacksmiths. Okay. Buy all fairy upgrades within 1 minute. Think we can do that? I don't know. That's a lot. Let's see. Get more than 400,000 elven coins within an hour. That would be easy with the excavations that I've already used up. Blazing magic. Cast holy light 50 times during the day. Well, it's night out now, so can't do that one. Get 6 undead assistants. That would take a while. Like 5,000 demon coins without using gems, reincarnations, researches, or excavations. The demons are jerks. They're just jerks. Okay, there we go. Looking good. Let's hit it. Alright, where are the mercenaries? Where are they? It told me that I own them. Or I am one of them. Where are they and how do they work? I still have this thing. Okay. Well... Alright, fine. Aha! Mercenary first contract. When a mercenary crosses your path, there's only one thing that can save your life. Offer him more money than he can get by killing you. If you gain the favor of the mercenaries, you'll be able to combine the power of all races at once. Well, as much fun as that challenge sounds, I think we'll be doing this. 5E55 coins? Pfft, nothing to it. Maybe it takes a little bit more than I thought it would. I didn't think it would be all that hard, but... I guess I will start recording again when I actually have enough to hire the mercenaries. I have to do it without access to special racial powers. Okay, fine. That took way longer than I expected. I ended up finally having to go back and get more gems so I could actually do this. But we're ready for our first contract. Hopefully we're ready. Mercenaries faction is a peculiar one. Their upgrades are hand-picked from other factions and form powerful combinations that increase your production immensely. Okay. You can purchase a tier 1 upgrade from any faction. Oh. There you have a list of all faction upgrades you can buy with your alignment. I see. You can only select 12 with your build. You can also handpick 2 faction spells of your choice by using the magic and sorcery contracts. They work the same way as the mercenary upgrades, but you can only select 2. Dwarves, drows, everything, but I won't be able to get both elves and dwarves, or drow and goblins, huh? Increase faction coin chance based on assistance. Let's see, what do we want? 1% per inn you own. That's actually pretty good. Oh, reduce all building cost multipliers. I want this one. Oh, cost 1,500 over. Oh, I get it. Okay, I get it. Oh my gosh. Oh man. And then there's a second contract for a higher tier of stuff. Oh. Okay. Alright. Any 2 spells. Well, Goblin's Greed is good stuff. For 1,000 goblin coins, but then again, Lightning Strike's pretty good too. Lightning Strike is actually better now that I think about it. I didn't care for Brainwave so much. I know that I'm missing at least 1 faction still, though. See that? Okay. Boy, this is gonna be strange. If I get Moon Blessing, it would do that clicking thing. I can get the angel abilities that give me massive mana. Oh man, there are so many options here. Man, so many options. Unfortunately, they're all expensive, so I'll definitely want to grab something like Lightning Strike, and that'll give me all the faction coins I could want. which I can then use to buy everything. I think that will be the plan. So I'll start recording again when I have enough faction coins to pick up Lightning Strike. And that shouldn't take me too much longer. Okay, so a couple of things. First, I've spent a little bit of time now looking through all of these abilities, and there's so many choices. I'll have to spend time writing down all of this and thinking about all the different possibilities. There's so much that could be combined and done with this. It's almost enough to give me a headache just looking at it all. But I can't start off the way I wanted to by dropping lightning bolts and getting tons of faction coins and buying everything, because it has a cost in regular money that I can't afford. So I'm going to have to start by picking some abilities off of these with faction coins, choosing well and getting the money that way. Now some of them, they're not highlighted because they involve buildings that don't match what I'm doing. I set myself as the good faction, so anything involving evil buildings is cut, whereas other things like, you know, increased production of all buildings based on the amount of faction coins, that's fine, but you know, anything relying on buildings like dark temples, necropolises, evil fortresses, I obviously can't build those buildings, or you can take advantage of them. So they're just straight up grayed out. Now, my thoughts are, I'm not going to try to min-max this too much. I'm just going to kind of cherry pick stuff. I really want this one. Expert Masonry is amazing, but increase the production of all buildings based on inns, followed by, when I get enough fairy coins, I will take the one that increases base production based on inns and reduces the cost multiplier of said inns. That seems like a good pick to me. Darn. It's not enough. It's not enough to get me where I want to be yet. I was hoping the inns would be enough. I'm locked out of the tier 1s for the moment. Oh, okay. So, oh, okay, I get 4 tier 1 upgrades instead of 3. But, okay, and then I can pick from Drow and Dwarf as addition. Okay, I get it now. Also, apparently, I'm still wrapping my head around how this works on the base level. So, you know. Wow, okay. I think I got it now. I'm only eligible for 1 artifact now? What happened? I swear this number just varies, however it feels like. Okay. So we'll try to vaguely build around inns. Take this to reduce the cost multiplier again. Maybe I'll just take all the dwarven ones and then 1 fairy one. But I kind of also want to take a mana buff. There's some good ones in here. I don't know. There's so much. We'll start recording again when I can finally build up the money to get magic, because that's where things are probably going to get out of hand real quick. So far I've ended up with a Dwarf Titan cross, boosting having inns and blacksmiths boost everything. Now I should finally be able to get my... Excuse me. 1,000 angels, yes. 1,000 goblins, check. Why not? Why not? Strongholds. I don't have strongholds. Ah. Right. Okay, Goblin's Greed then. Fine. It's not as good, but, well, I mean, it's pretty good. It's amazing. Okay, then. I have the upgrade for Goblin's Greed. Give it to me. There we go. So, boom. Faction coins. What do we want for a third upgrade? What goes with it? These, when I looked close at them, I realized it's not quite what I want at all, even slightly. Elves aren't quite right. The angels are really good. I particularly like this one. But the dwarves can reduce all building multipliers and then give me a 3,000% bonus here. So I think I'm going to settle with the dwarves. So now I just need to be able to, with all of that, get to 64. Doesn't sound too hard, particularly since I can pick up all of these now. Ho ho ho. Oh man. I'll just take another load and pick up these. Then we can run down all of this. Secondary contract. Oh, you make them so expensive. You gain additional Crusader assistance based on the amount of spells cast this game. Increase clicking rewards by 1,000 for each active spell. Huh. This is just an additional thing, not one of those set, but just something unique to mercenaries, huh? Interesting. But you make me get up to 2.5 47s, huh? Or 67s. Just for fun. What is that in short numbers? UVGs. What about if we put it in engineering notation? I like scientific notation personally. Okay, so got that. So Crusader assistance, I guess. Okay, and more coins. So level 2 upgrades. Increase the production of citadels based on gems you own. Let's see. That one I don't think was, and this one, though it's amazing, no. Mana regeneration over time, though. This one is really good. Reduce the cost multiplier is not bad. Okay, this one will give me 1,500% right now. What about increase the production of all buildings based on your maximum mana? Okay, hold on. 15,000. This is fairly close. Which do we want to cherry pick here? Whenever you cast a spell, production, all buildings. Demons are really good for the highest buildings. They're really good at that. Undead, not really my thing. Offline earnings, you know. Production from gems doubled? Yes, there we go. A hint of goblin. Increase the production of all buildings based on Upgrades purchased. Nope. Decrease the cost of all spells. Yes. I definitely want a mana ability. Blacksmiths also increase your mana regeneration, going with my other blacksmith stuff. Or... No. No. I say that I take this one for mana. And finally... which one do we want to finish out with? I guess this one's just good. So now we have a mixture of just a mishmash of all kinds of different stuff here. We have to make it to 72 on that. Not hard. Wow, I've got it down to 550 per pull. Where is... so... inns and blacksmiths give me a boost. Otherwise, pretty much it's all in the Hall of Legends at this point. I haven't really taken much for building specifics for anything else. So, let's go ahead. My mana's good now. Okay. We'll go Call to Arms, Goblin's Greed. Holy Light doesn't combo too well with it, but these do. Third contract. You can purchase a spell from any faction. You will not be able to change it during your current run. Well, they're expensive. We'll get back to that. Meantime, let's buy a bunch of stuff. Okay. Next tier. How ridiculous will just cherry picking, not even super strategizing. I'm kind of just going by as I go. I am do I want 40 assistants? Increase the production of all buildings based on farms and blacksmiths, or increase mana for buildings. Definitely build some interesting spellcasting builds. Spells durations are increased by 50%. There's so much. Increase the production of buildings. That's pretty good. And if I were to, if I go through the challenges, all of these abilities, well, not all these, but a lot of these abilities, maybe all of these abilities, no, not, I don't know, a lot of these, some number of these abilities will get better. These abilities will get better if I do the challenges. Increased Royal Exchange production bonus by 40% is pretty substantial. I haven't done this one enough yet. Alright. Increase the production weight of all buildings based on mana regeneration rate. Now you could really build around that one. Or I could just take this. It's a bigger bonus. I could build an entire thing just around having tons of assistance. You know, that there's quite a build I can see in that. Alright. We're going to speed it up a little. Grab some ones that make sense to me together quickly. This one is tempting, though. I mean, 600 more mana to play with? That's pretty significant. And finally... where's the one... crud, where'd it go? No, it's you. Yeah. boosted that. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to get more money, do I? Is that enough for you? Yeah, I thought so. Right, can't use that one. What second spell does even go with this? Oh, I mean, we got this holy light thing, so we could... It doesn't really fit in with what... The holy light really doesn't fit in with my strategy at all. I should have gone with neutral or evil. Though I could build around it based on mana regeneration rate, and if you left the drow running long enough, that would be enormous. What about Hellfire Blast? No. Wait, that also applies to Hall of Legends, doesn't it? And that one's pretty big. Maybe. Not a big fan of Combo Strike. Not a big fan of Grand Balance. Not a big fan of Brainwave. This build doesn't really fit with any of these particularly. This one it makes the most sense with because the drow will keep boosting my mana regeneration rate. And I guess I'll get a bunch of faction coins too. I really need those. Oh, what is this? Increase the production of all buildings based on the highest amount of coins you gained in a single game. Well, we're gonna have that down. Okay, you need to get 100,000 of each. Ooh. Well. Well. Is that good enough for you? And that's a thing I get to keep, is it? From now on, no matter what faction I'm playing as, I can increase the production of all buildings based on the highest amount of coins. Which is currently 400% till I reincarnate and ruin it all again. So how good is this messy, rushed, just first attempt without a great deal of thought put into it at a build? I've got a lot of mana. It regenerates quickly. I've already surpassed my old number here. This is a very eclectic mix of abilities, but I think we can see that the dwarves are really dominating. I guess I have a very high opinion of their abilities. Titans also got some. Goblins got kind of little, but this spell, I think I could do a lot better build if I were to run neutral. I could get maybe, I mean, evil would have some good options too, but I think neutral I could really build around. Oh, that topped off quick. But Holy Light does not fit in with this at all. It is a mismatch. Only 50%. You're doing pretty good over here. We can upgrade that again. This faction seems very powerful, even when I just cherry-picked it. I mean, one would expect it to be. But, I will have to think this faction through and do more with it. Definitely. So, but it does take a long time to set up. So, Now let's do one of the challenges. I'm going to pick the fairy challenge because it says I have to do it within 1 minute. Farms, inns, blacksmiths only get all the fairy abilities. How am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? Because I'd need faction coins to do that, and I wouldn't have them. Right. There's a better way I can do this. If I let it tick, I can get more of this. Anyway, whatever. More of this. And go. I'm ready to reincarnate, which would offer me more bonuses and a new set of challenges. But we're not going to do that. Okay, hold on. 1 minute. Give me that. Buy all. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Buy all. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Buy all. Okay. Fairies. Somehow, I have to get every fairy thing inside of a minute? How do I do that? How do I get the faction coins? How do I get the faction coins to do this? If I could excavate, but I've used those up. I'd have to reincarnate to get to excavation again. Oh, wait. No, that's not going to do it. None of these spells would help. None of these spells would help. How do I get... I don't know how to do this challenge. It's got to have been a minute used up already. I'm drawing a total blank on this one. Using only farms, inns, blacksmiths during a run where you buy all fairy upgrades within 1 minute of new game. I don't get it. Man. These challenges. But if I complete these challenges, my abilities get more awesome for when I'm mercenarying. But I just don't know where to go. Well, let's hit the old reincarnate button. Now all my gems are gone. So now let's see, what did they add? Titan, Druid, and Faceless, naturally. Lightning Storm upgrade. The Mighty Titans have decided to give you a chance. To give you a dozen of their most loyal subjects to prove your kingdom's economy is as strong as theirs. Have royal exchanges equal to 13 times your assistance. You need a minimum of 13. That's super easy, I think, if I'm understanding this right. But I have to complete the Angel and Goblin challenges first. Pooh, that is not so easy. Make a building affected by grand balance surpass 99.9% production? How? Isn't that impossible? No, you would have to get all the buildings almost exactly in balance before triggering it. Oh, that would be kind of a pain in the ass. No, actually that wouldn't be so hard, I think. I could do that one. I'd just have to beat the Elf and Demon challenges first. Buy all the Faceless upgrades and have no assistance except from mitosis? What's mitosis? Wait, wait, no, that is one of their upgrades. Okay. There's a problem. I have 2 assistants by default. from rubies. Would I have to undo all of my rubies to complete that one? Oh, oh man. Huh. Well. Look at how slow everything is when you reincarnate. It sets the bar even higher. The next one would be your reincarnation power will gain you a new unique bonus. It will instantly add one assistant and increase all assistants by 2% per reincarnation. Ah, that's a thing when you reincarnate. Like one of them added this bonus to gems. It's like they're slowly tacking. You know, not only do they all get bigger, but they slowly add more things on. So I have no idea how far this rabbit hole goes, but if I know anything about idle games, is deep, is very deep. It goes through the center of the earth, out the other side of the planet, into a neighboring moon or something. That's how deep these things generally go. Oh dear. Why would I choose that? If I was to restart, best way to restart I've found, just real quick here. Random tip. Elves. Where's the elves? Elves, you're hiding from me. Obviously the mercenaries would be a terrible way to start. There they are. Elves tend to be the best way to start because you can't do goblins when you don't have gems. Their goblin greed doesn't work. You got nothing to bribe them with, I guess. I don't know. But elves, they're click-based, and the clicking gets you faction coins. The tutorial here would have been better if there's one, a drow coin. It used to be that the drow and dwarven coins wouldn't turn on until I clicked something, but I crossed some threshold along the way, and now they're just permanently active. But did you notice something weird? Dwarves are good and drows are evil side, right? Okay, originally the good side was on top and the evil factions were on the bottom. Made sense, right? But when they added the dwarves and the drow, they just appeared at the end, like the last two. So now instead of all good and all evil, it now goes good, 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 evil, 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 good, evil. Why not just put the dwarf on top and the drow on the bottom? It's just small nitpicky things that just keeps catching my eye because it's there all the time when I'm running this. Anyway. So, probably for the finish of this video, I'm going to put together at least one good mercenary set, and I'll come in when I've got it all figured out and all the pieces in place and just slam it out and how and why I think it should work. And then in the comments you can tell me how I'm stupid and how I could make gigantic improvements by just switching out something obvious, and then tell me how my build is terrible because there's so much better builds. But I will at least make the attempt to make a good build. I will at least try to do it on my own power. Oh, crap, get that. There we go. There we go. Faction coins. And the elves combo nicely with themselves with Holy Light and with the dwarves with their pick. Though with mercenaries, I could build around clicking way more than the elves by themselves ever could, if that's what I wanted to build around. Anyway. Alright, so I've experimented with a bunch of different mercenaries builds. At one point I tried to build around assistants and had more than 200 of them. I've tried neutral builds, evil builds. This is a clicking build, and I'm not entirely satisfied with it, but it's the best build I've had so far. I also have several builds in mind that would be really good at getting trophies, which, you know, thanks to the Hall of Legends is a big deal for like every build. So, you know, they're those two. So let me just go over what I've done here. But as you can see, like, it's pretty okay. Like, this is a pretty good build here. Okay. So basically, I got some ideas I'll go over in a second. How do I even start with this? Oh, I changed my settings so everything's lumped together. Let me... Whoop. That'll make it a little easier for us to look at, right? Okay. So... Boy, it feels like the order is all out of order somehow still. Alright, so first of all, I discovered the mercenaries, depending on your alignment, the mercenaries give you different things. So for good alignment, you get Crusader assistance based on the amount of spells cast this game, and it increases your clicking reward for each active spell, which ties into this whole clicking thing. That's why I went with good aligned. So... that's first of all. Each alignment has a different ability. I prefer the neutral one the most, but this is, you know, if I can build around this pretty much relegates good to just having the clicking build, though, in my opinion. And evil is the best for assistance so far. For what that's worth, I wasn't impressed with the build. Okay. So I took mana over time as my big mana regeneration, because this took forever to build. If I hadn't had the excavation pushed so high, it could have been built real easy. Let me see. So production, it's all either a production boost of some kind or another, or any click related thing. Click rewards. And one pile of assistance, which probably was a mistake. Also some mana abilities. I should have probably picked another mana ability instead of the assistance. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, not 100% satisfied with this build. But something that has occurred to me that I will be experimenting with. I'm ready to reincarnate again, but let me just point something out. Let me just point something out real quick, which is where my mind is going for the next builds. I haven't decided exactly what alignment and what to do with it. Like, I don't have it figured out yet, but this is where I'm going to go next. I've been really dismissive of the fairies up till now. I haven't cared for them much, but when I was actually picking through the stuff as mercenaries... Okay. First of all, fairy chanting increases the production of farms, inns, and blacksmiths by 50,000%. Okay, and triples assistance, which is part of the assistant build. But anyway. Okay, these just straight up give a flat bonus, which... I have a really hard time telling how good that is. But as this advances, I mean, this is already pretty much all my money while fairy chanting is coming from these. Now, if I were to build around this, if I were to take the Titan's ability with the forge and the dwarves' abilities with the inns, clicking reward. Yeah, some of these things I definitely would definitely change out with the mercenaries, but look at this. I was looking at how big the bonuses are, and I can't help but feel that with fairy chanting, of all things, I should be pushing fairy abilities and at least attempting to do the farm in blacksmith thing. I could pick up, there's a lot of abilities that I could plug into this. Still haven't figured out how to do this. 1 minute. That's the thing. And this one, 5,000 without using gems. Ugh. Ugh. Anyway, that one, I've gotten, you know, and of course without those challenges completed, it locks down these two. And I noticed that this says, these all say reincarnation 8, so even though I could do some of these, I'm not allowed to arbitrarily. It's just great. I'm not annoyed or angry about dangling things in front of me that I can't have just because. No, I'm not mad about that. I don't think that's terrible. Anyway. Fairy abilities. That's where I'm going to go next with my experimentation. I also managed to find a tankard. And I have this arachnid figurine, and they don't seem to actually do anything. Nothing appeared down here. So, ow. Anyway. Boop. I do like this. This is good. That's a good option. Somebody on Reddit pointed that out to me. So, if you're on the off chance that person ever actually sees this video, thank you! I don't know if you want your name shouted out upon the internet or not. I'm never certain of, I don't know. I should probably just, but anyway. I am uncertain, and I try to be respectful or whatever. Anyway, until next time and every time, this is Hadrix signing off.